I thought I liked this movie. I mean, I watched this movie fucking 2 or 3 years ago, so obviously I didn't remember all of it. But I remember really liking this movie, and there was quite a few cool scenes, but now that I rewatched it, a lot of things I didn't like, but I still did like it. Just not as much as I liked it when I first watched it. First off, like, none of the characters really give a shit about each other. A character might die, and then, once a character dies, it's spoken about for, like, 3 seconds. Like, just after it happens. After that, it doesn't really matter. This girl loses her boyfriend that she has sex with in the car, and, she hardly reacts. She kind of says his name once or twice, but then she never speaks about him again. She's just excited that her dog's still alive because she later finds her dog still alive. Another thing I didn't remember about this movie was it being so graphic. The only kill that I had remembered during this movie was when the one guy kills his own partner. But there's one guy that gets decapitated and his arm gets taken off of his body. One girl gets something flown straight into her head. Another guy gets half of his torso bitten in half. It's just a very violent movie. It's pretty boring too, though. The about first 17 minutes, nothing really happens. A little bit of character development that literally doesn't matter near the end of the movie, because this one character like steals stuff, and that's all we really get from her. And then it doesn't really matter once the whole disaster that this movie takes place on happens. It literally doesn't matter. Then characters here, none of the characters really mean anything. The main guy right there is the only somewhat interesting character. And then the only other character I liked gets killed and barely has any screen time, and was literally an obvious plot twist, air quotes. They try and make you think that that the robber died, even though the dude literally acts exactly like a bank robber. And I don't know how he can act like a robber. This man makes jokes whenever someone dies and shit like that. He just acts like a complete asshole. And it's supposed to be a big plot twist when we find out, oh shit, that guy didn't die. No, that dude was just making jokes when that guy got bitten in half. And you think we're supposed to believe he's just normal? Uh-huh. Then, there's plenty of other shit. The only clip I remember uploading was the ending scene of this movie. So, yeah. This movie kinda sucks. And then the whole thing, remember I told you about him killing his own partner? One of the things he says in the movie is that nobody should have died and that wasn't his plan. But he ends up killing his own partner just because he's a bit of a dick and, sacrifices somebody. He throws somebody in the water and uses them as bait for the shark. So he does the same thing to him, except he brutally does it. He stabs something into his shoulder and then throws him into the water. And you're saying that you've never planned on killing anyone, even though you betrayed your own partner that easily? Sure, he admitted. The other guy, the guy that gets stabbed in the shoulder, admitted he was gonna betray him, and he had an extra bullet for him, which makes 0 sense. He had 1 bullet. What if he misses? Well, you're just gonna have to punch him to death, I guess. 1 bullet. You thought bringing 1 extra bullet would help you. And you think once you use all your bullets for, like, the crime and to rob the store, you can just load your gun again with one bullet quietly or something? Okay, and what are you gonna do? Say you're gonna go smoke a cigarette and then load a gun? Like, I don't get what his plan was. One bullet isn't gonna do shit. Because that gives you one chance. What if he was planning to betray you? Is your one bullet gonna help you in a shootout? I don't think so. Like, very stupid plan. Then the whole movie just kind of sucks. And if you want to skip like the first 17 minutes, it literally doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't really connect anything besides the fact on how he got his necklace that's mentioned like maybe once or twice during the movie. So yeah. And then actual movie, not too much happens. There ends up being 2 sharks in the store, which wasn't really a plot twist, but they try and make it a plot twist. And I don't get how they're willing to mutilate people's bodies as bait, but then, like, you're gonna tear someone to pieces so they can't even have a proper funeral, but then you draw the line at actually killing one person to get out of the store. Killing a person is obviously way worse than mutilating someone's body, but it's still really messed up that you're gonna chop someone's hand off to save your own ass, but then act like the guy that was trying to rob a store is gonna be some saint and, you know, not risk someone's life. It seems very stupid. The whole premise kind of sucked, and it was a little bit boring, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't that boring, like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark or, you know, Children of the Corn. It was still really entertaining, but like I already said, not much happens in it, and only one character is interesting. And then the other one is only somewhat interesting, and the only character that's interesting gets killed off when there's about 20 minutes left in the movie. So yeah. But that's about it for this review. So see you in the next one.